because I have descended to hell. Um, the void is claiming me. It's Kirby. Oh no, he's eating Batman. Fuck. What?
No, I don't die. I thought I was dying before. Bro, 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 oh my god, oh my god, holy shit.
Fallen for one of your flock.
Way to ruin the mood, you damn peddler. Well done. You walked into a cutscene. The peddler walked into a cutscene. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Now, you know what? Yeah, they've made it better. They made it easier. All right, get this game. Get this game. Get this game. Yeah, that felt much easier. I mean, it was again still but tough but fair. That yes. Let's go. Yeah. Hey everyone, it's Jay from the Gamers UK. And welcome back to another live stream. Let's continue our Digimon World adventure, shall we? Here we go. Alright, so what we're going to do today is pretty much what we've been doing for a little bit. Is we're trying to knock down the tournaments, the arena battles. So we're trying to fumble our way through. We kind of gave in to the devil chips. But it is quicker to do it this way, so that's why we're doing it. Also, yeah, so off screen, I might have won the tournament and then Phoenixmon died. You'll have to take my word for it. But now we have Tokamon. So I've been a little busy. So I did some off-screen shenanigans. I essentially did what Footloose actually just said as he just popped into the chat there. And just keep resetting. I lucked out eventually. Eventually, it didn't take too many more tries, like maybe a couple of more tries. And I lucked out. Essentially, I'm pretty sure I fought Megadramon, and the reason why I won against Megadramon is because he was either using weak moves, or his moves had so much startup that I kept interrupting him, so I got lucky there. So yeah, I just kept resetting until I got lucky. And then Phoenixmon died a couple of days later. I still don't think, unfortunately, that Digivolving to Sukamon and then to Phoenixmon cancelled out those devil chips. I don't think it did. It didn't seem like it did, but I don't know. I'm guilty for that too. Oh, there's a question, I suppose. What game where what game have you done that in? Like, what are you, like, what type of, even if there's types of games or just any sort of games, like, what games have you done that, where you felt like you're like, hey, you know what, I didn't like how that went, I'm gonna reset and do it again. I'm gonna reset, I'm gonna do it again. Like, maybe you lost against a boss fight or something, and you're like, no, I can do this. I'm gonna reset, you know. Or no, I didn't mean to press that move or perform that move. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna reset. Or I guess it's kind of in line with save scumming in a way, right? Sort of, in a way, if you want to do save scumming. So okay. So I'm gonna try and make a list of all the stuff that I do as well. Please let me know how audio is. I tried messing. Hang on, am I still zoomed out here? Let me check. I can't zoom in any further because this stupid options in the stupid camera, so I have to, like, I'm trying to lean back and relax a bit. But that was my first mistake, thinking I could relax, I suppose. One sec. I guess I'll just lower myself a bit, wearing my Sonic hoodie. So I really need to get some new stuff. Actually, I've been holding on to some stuff for a while. I mean, hey, if the clothes are fine, they're washed, they're clean, sure, right? I would like to really clean up my room a bit and maybe get some more posters to fill up the wall and stuff. I've just been very lazy. I just haven't gotten around to doing stuff like that. A little bit of DIY, mostly just painting my room. I'm very bad when it comes to anything DIY. My dad would always moan because he would always tell me to do it, and then he would do it with me, and he would always kind of moan because I was doing a bad job. And I'm like, look, like my dad's done like plastering and painting. He's done all sorts of stuff over the years. He's had experience doing this. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't. And I try and follow what he does. And this was years ago, but I was still like a young adult where he was getting annoyed with me. I mean, my dad, he doesn't get as annoyed with me anymore because I think he understands I have like learning difficulties and such. But like back then, where I think he didn't maybe he didn't fully understand me. I don't know. I think his logic was, I'm his son, so why aren't I more like him? I guess he doesn't have learning difficulties. I'm sorry, I do. So I guess maybe it's because I'm autistic as well. I'm not sure. But anyway, something I want to do, but you don't want to hear about me. At least I don't think you want to hear about me talk about DIY in this room. Not unless it's relevant to the stream. It might look a bit prettier. I do want to put some more lights in the background, but there's so much going on. Anyway, I'll have to have a think about that myself, actually, where I've like kind of, have I ever felt like I've had to like reset? Like if something is determined by like a seed in a way, where it's like, oh, you can reset the seed and it will be different by the time we come back. Or is it a situation where you try to reset and you can't? You know. So I got a few more regular chips, which unfortunately it does take a while to do this. This is a grind doing this. Like this, it really isn't that much. This is like I'll use these if I need to. And if I get desperate, I'm shoving in devil chips. That's what I'm doing. So there's a glitch with, was it this one, where for some reason it says offense and speed. It's actually meant to be health and magic. So that's a mistake there. You can tell because it says plus 1,000, and you think, why is this offense speed? And like speed's over here, and like it's supposed to be HP and MP. That's what it actually is. This is offense and brains, and this and defense and speed. I have no plans as of yet. When we get our rookie, I will have a look at the arena like I did before, and we'll see if there's nothing to do right now. Maybe we'll try and digivolve regularly. We'll see, or not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll prep, but we'll keep talking about random stuff. I suppose, you know, some of it gaming, some of it not. That's fine. I'd like to think these are fairly casual-ish streams. More almost anything goes, right? I don't really care. All I ask is people to be respectful in the chat. That's about it. Unless you're making fun of me, you can make fun of me if you want. But like, can you believe that some people donate money to insult people? Crazy. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that before, but yeah, people do that, man. I mean, people donate money for certain fetishes that I will not get into, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. You know. I just gotta fucking call you a bitch, and I'm gonna pay you $5. It's like, okay. Okay, let's see what Footloose has got to say here. One sec, sorry. PS1 rally games allow you to save before every event, so I have abused that. Okay, so that's kind of save scumming. All right. Well, I guess which is what I said. That's kind of goes hand in hand in a way. I guess that's kind of that's very sort of save scumming type stuff. Okay, that's fine. I mean, fair enough, right? If you feel like you need to cheese it a bit, right? I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, this is a bit of a weird example, I suppose, but you go Forbidden Memories when you're doing the tournament, and between each matches you can save. I wouldn't say that's save scumming per se, because it's a little break where you can build your deck, prepare for the next battle, and you can save. So I mean, if a game's gonna let you save in between events, I mean, I don't even know if I would say it's save scumming really, because they're allowing you to, because they're saving for you, right? Or whatever. But like, perhaps maybe if, I mean, maybe if you have to manual save, right? Um, yeah, you know. Something I don't do, which I have considered doing, is saving a lot in modern games. In case I want to go back to a certain point in a game, but I don't want to have to play through the entire game again. You know what I mean? Um, sometimes it's like a part of a game that I really enjoy, and I might want to replay it, but I don't necessarily want to play the entire game or like a good chunk of the game to get to it. And something I never think to do is to like just like make lots of saves. If I've got the room to make lots of saves, just make lots of saves, right? I never think to do that. The only reason why it comes to my mind sometimes is because I actually see other people do it. Like I watch a YouTube video and a content creator will have like 15 different saves. But I know the reason why they have like 15 different saves is because recordings go wrong. And honestly, that's smart. That is something I did used to do when I was doing recordings, is I would make like at least one save backup in case the recording goes wrong and I have to do it again. That's a good idea. But I know there are people that do it as well. Like, oh hey, I really like this cool part of the game, but I don't. But I have to get like halfway through the game to get to it. I'm gonna just make a save here, and hopefully I won't save over it, and then I can come back to it. And that's smart. I don't usually think to do that, you know. But it's so you don't have to play through the entire game again or whatever, you know. You can just get to that part. That's why I appreciate, again, I know I bring it up, but it's the only comparison I've got off the top of my head, is I appreciate that Final Fantasy VII Remake has a chapter select, so I can kind of go back to a chapter that I like. It's not quite the same as here's a specific event, or let me save right before a boss, so I can just go straight to the boss or something, right? But that's if you don't, make saves constantly and don't save over it, then there's a chapter select. And honestly, I think more games should have chapter select, right? I think, well, okay, I know not every game can technically do that because it really depends on the type of game. But if we're talking about story-driven games tend to have chapters. Bayonetta Origins, that I'm playing currently, there's chapters. And I was thinking, because there's lots of backtracking, but they have found ways to create shortcuts that go back to places. But I have wondered if there is going to be like a warp or a teleport, and I don't think there is yet. And sometimes I want to go back, right? Like I want to go back, but I'm like, how far back is it? Is it like at the beginning of the game? And I don't really want to spend too much time on that. Like, when you unlock a new power in Bayonetta Origins, I am reminded of places that were blocked off, and I think, is the game gonna tell me to go back here, or do I have to go back here? Because sometimes I'm pretty sure some places are completely optional, right? And a lot of the times I'll go back to an area and I can't go to that area, or I've over thought the situation. I've done that a lot playing Bayonetta Origins, by the way. I'm like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. No, I have overcomplicated everything. I think that's my autistic brain kicking in. That's fine. Hey, Patamon. Um, I think that's my autistic brain kicking in. But that's alright. Also, the PS2 GTA games, if you die or get arrested, you lose some money and all your weapons. So I always say before each mission, and then just reload the save. You do what you gotta do, but I see what you mean. If I failed everything, having to buy all the weapons again. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, nah, sort of say. I guess that's sort of say it more. Say it's coming in a way, sort of. But no, I get it. Like, if the loss is really bad in a way where it's like, oh hey, you restart, but you lose this, you lose that, you lose this, you lose that, and you're like, man, I don't want to lose any of this, right? Then if you can save before said event or whatever, then you can maybe decide not to do it, and then you don't lose your stuff. Yeah, I get it. If anything, dude, I just say it's just playing smart, right? You gotta do what you gotta do. Also, I am, surprise, surprise, I'm recovering from being ill again. I still don't know. I still don't know what's quite going on, but I think I mentioned this before. But I get migraines every now and again. I haven't had one for a little while, but I got one yesterday, and yeah, that sucked. So, I'm still kind of recovering from that. I still don't fully know why it happens. And unfortunately, going to the doctors and going to my opticians yields useless result, because as far as my opticians go, there's nothing wrong with my eyes. Not really. According to them, my prescription has not changed in like 4 years. They just think it might be eye strain, and I'm like, well, okay, sure, fair enough, I suppose. If it really is just eye strain, I guess. But some of it is quite random, so I don't know. Also, I don't read, and I was mentioning before. Well, actually, no. Before I. Well, no. Actually, I'll finish what I was going to say. Um, can reading a book cause eye strain as well? I have no idea. I don't know if anyone knows, but I don't usually read. But obviously, I've been reading that Traces of Two Past book, and I can't read that for too long because my eyes start to kind of waver a bit, and I'm like, can I just not read things? Like, my eyes, man, have unfortunately gone downhill as I've gotten older. And it's probably my own fault. I don't know, maybe it's age, but it's probably my fault. I don't know. Anyway, I'll go back to reading Footloose's comments is here. I always say, if it's in the game, it's not cheating. I don't count loading your save as cheating. No, I call it like cheesing or save scumming, but that's not cheating. You know, you do what you gotta do, right? You do what you gotta do. It's not like it's an emulator and you're using save states, right? I feel like save states in an emulator is kind of cheating, because you wouldn't usually be able to do that. However, if the game allows you to save, and especially if the game auto saves or allows you to save pretty much at any time, then, well, I wouldn't say that's cheating because the game is allowing you to do that, right? It is a feature within the game, you know? That's a bit different. Whereas a save state is like an emulator thing, not a game thing. Uh, Game English got broke. What? I always make a lot of manual saves. I always make a lot of manual saves in modern day open world games because they can be super buggy and have some breaking glitches. I guess it depends on the game. I mean, I haven't played many games that have had many modern games that have had. I haven't come up to many glitches really. I mean, I was surprised that there were glitches in God of War Ragnarok, but I ran into like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 glitches, and I've watched a few playthroughs of God of War Ragnarok, and I don't think got anyone. Well, one person got a glitch, and it seems that it's a common glitch. Like, it just happens, and it's like one of these like mini boss fights that you have to fight. Like if you don't do what you're supposed to do, the game just freezes for some reason. And I wonder if they've patched it out. It seems to happen no matter what. Like when you defeat this enemy, right? It like disappears and then reappears, and you have to do your quick time event. Well, yeah, your quick time, your finisher or whatever, right? Um, However, what I think you have to do before that happens is you have to like hit it once, and then you can do it. I think. If you don't and you try and do it before you hit it, for some reason the game just freezes. Um, and I forgot this twice, and yeah. So if you see me rubbing my eyes, it's because my eyes get irritated. Hopefully they don't get so irritated that I'll have to drop the stream. But if they do, then well, you'll know why I dropped the stream. So I don't know what to tell you. I can't wear glasses because my glasses are only for specific, like they're for like far away, like being able to read things far away. So my glasses are useless. Um, I can't, like, I don't know if I can get different glasses for like maybe looking at screens. Maybe that would help. I don't know. Um, I do feel like I need something to help my eyes. But like I said, the opticians aren't really helping me, so I don't know what to tell you. I tell them that I think I'm sensitive to light because light irritates my eyes. And what do they do? Carry on and shine a big fucking light in my eye, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, don't do that. You're trying to blind me. I told you I'm irritable. What are you doing? Ugh. Anyway, let's see what we got going. 14. What's this? Filthy cup. Okay, I guess we're not doing that. This is day 14. Okay. This is day 14. What's this? Fire cup. I don't know if I've done a fire cup yet. I want to say I haven't, so we might need to prep for that. That's on the 16th. Actually, I don't know. King of Blazing? Now that I think about it, maybe, I don't know. I think, okay, you know what? I think I've attempted it, but I don't know if I've actually done it. What's this? This is King of Competitive Sport as well. Well, we got two here. Okay. Okay. Maybe I should just do it anyway. Okay, because you can't digivolve them naturally anyway, right? Well, you got Tyrannomon, but I'm not gonna digivolve in 2 days, so I'm gonna need to use an item anyway. Okay. Do I have anything on me? Not fire, I don't think. So, is there any way? Okay, I don't actually think I have a Digivolution item for this. So I might just have to leave it. I might have to leave it for now. Yeah, I'm not sure if I've done the Blazing Cup or not. I feel like I've definitely attempted it. I just don't remember if I've beaten it. But if there's no way for me to get, because I don't have the Digivolution items, and the thing is, you usually get Digivolution items, ironically, for completing arena challenges. You can get some by like trading in merit points to Shugun Gekumon, but that only covers like the sort of water to ice Digimon. Like everything else, right? You get from arena battles. You don't get Digivolution items. Other than that, you have to literally do arena challenges to get Digivolution items. That's how you get them. That's what they reward you. Not every like arena battle, but most of them, especially the ones that are like, here's a fire cup, here's a wing cup. They'll give you like a Digivolution item based on that cup. Like the fire one might be a Greymon or something, I don't know, or a Miramon Digivolution item, I don't know. But ironically, I could use that now. But sadly, I don't have anything to work with, and I'm thinking, no, I don't think there's any way. I don't think anyone else can do fire, so I don't think I could do anything. Oh wait, but you digivolve into Tyrannomon. Would that count? Yeah, you know what? I think that would. See, Patamon can digivolve into Tyrannomon, they can't digivolve in 2 days. That's fine. The devil chip description English error. Oh yeah, yeah. That's right. Yeah. I guess since I was mentioning Traces of Two Paths, I could talk a little bit about that again. Since I've been reading it a bit more. Again, I won't go into like too much detail, just in the very off chance that someone's like, "Hey, I don't want to know. I'm gonna read the book myself or whatever," which I would recommend. Again, if you're a big fan of Final Fantasy VII, and especially if you're a big fan of Tifa and Aerith, and you just want to know more about those girls, yeah, you do learn, like you learn a little bit about Cloud in here, but it's mostly about Tifa and Aerith. I mean, like, because Cloud's obviously involved in Tifa's childhood, so he is mentioned, right? And it's all from Tifa's perspective, and then like Aerith talks about her perspective and such. And I haven't finished yet, but I will say that I did finish Tifa's section. It gets juicy. It gets juicy. Yeah. But like I've started Aerith's, and of course, it started out being pretty sad about her and her mother. But I finished Tifa's. And something I will say about Tifa's section is, because I don't think I mentioned this, there is, okay, in the original Final Fantasy VII, and I know this because I definitely played it. um, there's a lot of like, there's a lot of like, there's a lot of Cloud talking about Nibelheim and the past and this and that, and Tifa thinks it's like some of the things he's talking about is strange, and then the truth comes out, and if you played FF7, Tifa and Cloud, like everything kind of gets revealed with, and then like they both talk about things and all that. But I feel like things in the past with their relationship wasn't properly like explained. Long story short, without going too much into detail, but it kind of came across that Tifa might have even been a bully, but it's more so that her friends were bullying Cloud, kinda. And yeah, I think also I think the game doesn't explain itself very well, and also it's dub versus sub, and I don't know what the like the sub, I don't know what like the original Japanese dialogue is, but a lot of people obviously were English, or played the English version, go by the English dub. And I feel like when we have translations like Barrett, you retard, you either think the Japanese actually said that, or for some reason someone translated that as Barrett, you retard, and there's a reason why that line is not in remake. Has not aged very well, that line, that's for sure. You know what I mean? So and also I think they've also realized that retard is kind of offensive, which it is. A lot of people, apparently it's not offensive in America, it's only us Brits that are offensive from the word retard. Yeah, I remember when people used to call people retard at my school. Yeah, I remember that. That was just another stupid insult. Like everyone called everyone gay when you're not actually gay, but gay was an insult, right? Immature kids are like, you're gay. Yeah, all right, calm down. You know. So okay, since I'm going for the Blazing Cup, I think there's no point not to evolve into Randomon right now, right? I don't think it really makes a difference. So let's just go for it, man. We'll go for it. Here's the White Fang. So all right, yeah, this works because he's fighting fire, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to do the fighting one as well. Maybe. I don't really want to have to save Scum, but who knows? Maybe that's what we'll do today. I forget that that's some. So okay, so sometimes when you digivolve, right, and they're in the process, for some reason the Digimon make the sound of the next digivolution. Like there, Patamon was making the Tyrannomon sound for some reason, and then digivolved into Tyrannomon. I don't know. It's so strange, but it's just something that the game does sometimes. And oh, I'm like, why are you falling asleep? It's because it's the end of his day cycle, but not the end of Patamon's. I probably should have waited. Damn. Oh well, I didn't think, I didn't consider that. So he's literally like, we literally just slept with Patamon, and now we're sleeping with Tyrann. That's funny. Wording, wording. He passed. Digivolution was just too much for him. The poor lad passed out. What do I want to give you? You can do Spitfire. Yeah, I think I'll give you that. I'll get rid of Sonic Jab. I'm gonna I'll give you a Megaton Punch. And do I want to War Cry it up? Do I want to Tremor? Don't know. See, fighting moves are all close up, and I actually don't like being too close up to the opponent, to be honest. I feel like it's better to just kind of throw projectile moves, but he doesn't have that much to go with. So I'm like, Prominence Beam, I like it. It's just slow. It's powerful but slow, and you can easily get interrupted. I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know. I have to think about it, I guess. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with Tremor. Muscle Charge obviously just increases your offense. War Cry increases like a bunch of stats. Yeah, you know what? I'll go for Prevent Beam, I guess, for now. Sure. For now, anyway. So I've got 2 days. I'll I'll do what I can. But let's be honest. I think we're gonna chip it up. I think we're gonna chip it up. You know, I need to get MP here, as much as MP as possible. There we go. Yeah. So to go back to traces of Two Past. They kind of explain something with Tifa and Cloud that I wish the original 7 went over, right? Because again, I feel like it's still like, even when you beat the game, I feel like their relationship in the past is still sketchy at best. And I feel like it's just kind of like, you know what, the past is the past. What matters is that we're friends now, or together, or whatever, right? Things are different now. The past is the past. Let's put the past behind us. Which, okay, sure, but if you're gonna talk about the past and expand upon it, try and make it clear. What's the truth? Like, is this Tifa's truth? Is this just her perspective and what she thinks? Is the, who's telling the truth, Tifa or Cloud? And that's kind of the big thing of FF7, right? Is Cloud actually telling the truth? Is Tifa lying? Like, who's right? Who's right in this situation? And it's like, they explain something in this book where I'm like, oh, okay, and I'm relatively happy with the result. I would admit, there's a little bit of a part where I'm just sort of like, this sort of feels, I don't know if the word is forced, but it kind of feels like they don't have a proper explanation for this, and it is kind of like, yeah, this is just what this is, and it's like, oh, okay. Like, they're scrambling for an explanation, and they're just sort of like, hey, don't worry about it. And I'm like, okay. All right, sure, sort of thing. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'm still enjoying it. But yeah, no, there's something in regards to Tifa and Cloud in the past where I'm like, oh, okay, I like that. I like that. Um, so yeah, I like that. I mean, we even get to hear a little bit about um Cloud's mom, because you do see a flashback with Cloud's mom in the original game. However, because of Cloud's Marcoed brain, the cutscene was very sort of like flashy, flash, which I guess is supposed to indicate that the Marco is messing with his head. So, as a player, you might be thinking, well, are these his actual memories of his mom? Like, is his mom actually real? I mean, it must be, right? He must have a real mother, right? He's not Sephiroth. He's not a test tube baby, right? Like, no, he was born in Nibelheim. He must have parents, right? But you don't really know much about his mom, and because this isn't Tifa's story, because this isn't Cloud's story. They don't go into his dad, but I think his dad died when he was little or something like that. I think, and it's just been his mum raising him. But in remake, they gave her a name, and and a lot of people laugh because it does kind of feel like they sort of pulled it out of their ass, and a lot of people are saying, so oh, I get it. So Cloud's mum is just female Cloud because her name is Claudia, and they're sticking with it. Claudia Strife is her name. Claudia Cloud. A lot of people are like, really, like, okay. They're like, what's his father's name then? Clifford? Claude? Clyde? I don't know. That would be kind of funny. But but a lot of people kind of joke about it. Like, huh, that's okay. That's funny. But anyway, yeah, they stick with it in the book. She's called Claudia Strife. And she does talk to Tifa a little bit. I feel like when you read the book, because Cloud is a very quiet boy and keeps to himself and doesn't really explain himself very well, which again, I think the reason why I resonate with Cloud is because I can relate to him being a very sort of shy boy who's misunderstood, which was basically me growing up. I was just, I mean, even now I'm still misunderstood. Some people understand me, some people don't, and that's fine. But like, Christopher Cloud, but like, she comes across as the mum who has to kind of try and explain things in his steed because he doesn't have the confidence and stuff, right? Like, okay, here's a slight spoiler about the past, because unfortunately I don't think Rebirth is going to cover it. I do hope that they do go deeper into Cloud and Tifa's relationship personally. Heck, with with the revelation that Zack's probably alive, if they wanna explore Aerith and Zack's relationship in the past, even though I've played Crisis Core, but they could easily, like, you don't see, like, you see you see some of their time together, but you don't see a lot. So they could easily pull something out from the past. If they want to do that, I'll be totally fine. Maybe don't make me read a book about it. But anyway, I hope they do expand upon it more. But this is something I think they won't go over. So Tifa had a cat, believe it or not, and the cat went missing, and Tifa was upset. She didn't know what to do, and Cloud's mother had the cat in her arms, and she dropped them. She's like, oh, I believe this cat is for you. So the girl, Tifa was like, oh, thank you. And you find out that Claudia, Cloud's mom, was like, oh, you should thank Cloud. I didn't find him, it was him. He found the cat. And his mom told him to go and see Tifa and give her the cat. He didn't, and so he gave the cat to his mom to give to Tifa because, again, I guess Cloud, shy boy, doesn't know how to really talk to Tifa, doesn't know how to approach her. I get it. I feel you, Cloud. I'm there with you. You're me. Like I am you in spirit. I get it. It's hard, man, especially when you like a girl. I think with all straight guys, I feel like, especially if you are a shy guy like me, it can be difficult talking to a girl, especially if you like her, because you don't want to come across as a weirdo or a creep. You just want to be able to just talk to someone, and maybe spark up a conversation. You never know. Maybe something will happen. Maybe something won't. It's hard. It's difficult. If you, unless you're someone who's just naturally confident. But anyway, so yeah, he does that, and Tifa's like, "Oh, Cloud did that for me," and Tifa's really surprised because at this point their relationship is rocky at best, is what I will say. Again, if you know, you know. But when she realized that Cloud had did that, she started to think about him a lot more, and she started to think, she's like, huh, that was a really nice thing that Cloud did, but why did he do that? But then she starts thinking about the past, and she was like, I feel like me and Cloud used to talk to each other, and she liked talking to him, and then something went wrong, and they stopped talking to each other, and she realized she started to miss him. And then kind of like and then the promise happened not too long after that. So it's interesting, right? There's definitely some like Tifa goes into her relationship with Cloud and how things were a certain way and then things changed and she doesn't actually know why. And I like that she brings up the accident that she had when she was little and that she doesn't remember what happened. However, and this is kind of like I don't want to say a spoiler because this was in the original game. So if you know about the original game, you'll know. But like, Tifa had a fall off a bridge when she was little. Cloud was there with her, and everyone blamed Cloud. It wasn't Cloud's fault. He was there trying to help her, but he failed. But all they saw was Cloud and Tifa, and because Cloud just wasn't liked, really, at all in the entire village, he wasn't liked. Outside of Tifa and her mom, because her mom, when you read about the book, you learn about her mom as well, and even her mom, she talked about Cloud in such a high regard. She's like, he's a nice boy, isn't he? And I'm like, I'm sure he is. He's just very quiet, and he can be a bit abrupt at times. But it's funny that she said that because Cloud doesn't really show it, right? So I'm like, how could you tell he was nice if he doesn't really show it, right? Even when he was little, it was very quiet and reserved. But anyway, so Tifa's mom seemed to like Cloud, and I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, like, it's interesting to learn about their relationship, and like I said, they go into it deeper and they explain some things that I feel like the original game doesn't really explain, and that's what I liked. I mean, is it gone? Am I crazy? No, that's it. Okay. I can't enter it yet. I have to enter it. Okay, the next day. We're not at the next day yet. All right. Sorry. That's fine. And they go into it and stuff, and they have the promise and everything. There's also then Tifa talks about her martial arts Master Zangan, and that's quite funny because she thinks he's a creep at first, but eventually she realizes he's a good guy, and then she ends up becoming his disciple and stuff. And she talks a little bit about the Nibelheim flashback, but not much. What I didn't realize, right? Because I said that it sounds like this book takes place after they leave Midgar. It does, but what I didn't realize is that it actually takes place after they left Calm. Now, Calm is the next location. When you leave Midgar, right, and you go into the overworld in the original game, you're probably going to Calm. That's like the next location, right? That's where the game wants you to go anyway. I can't remember if you can skip Calm, but if you go to Calm, Cloud talks about his version of Nibelheim, shall we say, his perspective on what happened. That's what he does. So this traces a two past. What Tifa is talking about is actually after Calm. So when she gets to Nibelheim, she stops and she says, "Oh, everything that happened after this was what Cloud said. It was true." Again, if you know, you know. But she doesn't go into it because she's telling this story to Aerith, Red 13, and Barrett. Cloud's not paying attention. He's off ahead. So Barrett, Aerith, and Tifa are listening. Not Tifa. Red 13 are all listening in the conversation. And like Barrett looks at Tifa and she just says, "There's nothing else to say. Everything that Cloud said was true." Again, the party's not so sure who to believe. Again, Rebirth is going to get juicy when it comes to that sort of stuff. I just know it is. Can't wait. Can't wait. I actually do want to talk about Final Fantasy 16, but we'll get to that. But something that she did talk about in the flashback of Nibelheim is something I did not expect. And let's just say it's a character that I think wasn't in the original game. But it's a character I know all too well. She is... Ah, damn it. I said she. Damn it. Okay. Well, it's a she. That's all I'll say. Fuck. I was like, they are part of Final Fantasy 7, just not the original game. Damn it. Well, whatever. Anyway, there is someone in the book that I didn't think they would mention, and apparently they talked to Tifa, and I was like, oh, that's cool. They're not in the original FF7, but I hope they're going to be in Rebirth. Because we don't really know what happened to this person. We don't. Because this person was created after the original FF7. They weren't in the original FF7. Technically, they were created afterwards. You probably know what I'm trying to get at here. So I'm hoping that they will explain what happened to them, to her, in Rebirth. Because they mention this person in the book. And I'm like, I wasn't expecting this. I really wasn't. I'm not going to say anything more. I'm not going to tell you what in relation this person is, this girl is. I'm not going to say anything else. I'll keep that reveal. Maybe Rebirth will explain it. But again, I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, wow, I was not expecting that. But again, that makes me really want this person to appear in Rebirth. I'm like, please, you have to explain what happened to her. Because the problem is, I think I said this before, when you create an original game, and then your sequel is a prequel, and you introduce a character that's not in the original game, you then have to sort of try and explain what their role is in the prequel and how it affects the original game. Because the original game is out, and that character, let's say that character doesn't exist. But then you create a prequel, and they create a new character, and you think, well, is this character going to die? Because they're not in the original game. They can't just keep them alive and have them part of because they're not part of the story in the original game. What happened to them? Where did they go? And this is a situation where you don't really know what happened to that character, right? Because, again, it's a prequel, and they never come back, right? Because they weren't in the original, and the only other game was like Dirge of Cerberus. And they're not in the film Advent Children either. So, did I go to the arena? Did I check? I need to go and check again. But again, pleasant surprise. There are some pleasantries in Tifa's bit. She also talks about the time after Nibelheim. where she got attacked by Sephiroth and she was unconscious and doesn't know what happened after that. And I think it was confirmed in the original game that her master, Zangan, was the one who saved her. And yeah, that's confirmed in the book. Zangan saved her life. And basically sent her to Midgar to get help. You think, Midgar? Help? Oh. What? Is this an emulator glitch? Oh, does Tyrannomon doesn't count? Oh, really? Even though he breathes, even though he has fire attacks, he doesn't count. Ah, that's a bit of a shame. Man, I guess you know what, I've gotta properly check these. I think I'm gonna need to. I think I'm gonna need to like have a list of everything properly. Because unfortunately, this is like the second time I've made this mistake. I don't know. I mean, I look, I get it, right? He's primarily fighting, but his finisher is a fire attack, and I can't enter the fire. Come on, come on. That's picky. That's picky. That is way too picky. Come on, come on. No. Yeah, that is kind of lame, I'm not gonna lie. What is this? Version. What happened? Wait. Wasn't there... Wasn't... Whoa, what? Whoa, wait. What? Why is that grayed out? Wasn't there a fighting one as well? Am I crazy? Oh, this is the king of competitive sports. Grappling cup. Oh, damn it. Okay. I think we'll just have to go for the competitive sport then in a few days. Damn. That's so... Well, all right. We'll have a look again tomorrow, but I don't think so. I think if we were like, they usually allow you to do it a day before, but they're not letting me. So yeah, that's really unfortunate. I feel like that's very picky. That's very, 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 very picky. Is there too... Wait, is there just like too many fire Digimon? Is that what it is? So you got Agumon, kinda Gabumon, kinda Beamon, Greymon, Monochromon, Miramon, Bergermon, Phoenixmon, kinda. I don't know if they count Phoenixmon. I don't know. Maybe Metal Greymon because he does have some fire. Huh. I wanted to say Tyrannomon, but apparently not. Ogremon might have fire. I forget. Yeah, Garurumon, I think might have. Does he have fire? He might do fire and ice. Yeah, I don't. I don't know about that. I don't know. That's strange. Oh well. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So to go back to the book of the traces of two past. Yeah. So you learn how like Tifa got to you learn how Tifa got to sector, well, to Midgar. And unfortunately, again, without going to do into detail, but let's just say that she gets herself in a very unfortunate situation. But she does eventually get to Seventh Heaven, thankfully, and she ends up running the bar. And eventually, she does meet Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge. Honestly, there's a really funny moment with Wedge. where like Tifa's like selling these buns because she has to. She's selling like these steamed buns. She's basically working in like a food cart. She has to get by and such. And the first time she meets, the first time she meets Wedge, he just comes up to the car and he's like, I want like 20 of your finest steamed buns. And Tifa and her boss just freaks out because no one's ever asked so many buns. And they describe Wedge as this very like happy, smiley, big lad. And like he's just like thumbs up. He's smelling the steamed buns like, and I'm like, yeah, that's Wedge. He's licking his lips, being like, oh, this is gonna be amazing. And he's just like really friendly to Tifa. This is the first time they've met, and Jesse and Biggs are like standing behind him, like just like chatting and stuff. But yeah, he's just like really friendly, and he said something that made Tifa laugh, and I'm like, oh, this is a great moment, right? This is a great introduction to these characters. I'm like, Wedge is awesome. I love Wedge. Wedge is great. And he pretty much ends with a like he's like it's like I heard these. He's like, I heard these steam buns are like the best in Sector 8. And then like like Jesse and Biggs like have one, and the fucking Wedge tries to scoff the rest of them. Like, oh my god, Wedge. And he's like rubbing his tummy like, that is delicious. And again, he gives like Tifa a wink and a big old thumbs up. And I'm like, Wedge is such a bro, such a lad. What a lad. He's such a bro, man. Like, oh, Wedge is great. What was it? And there's a cool moment where like I don't know why, but Jessie seemed interested in Tifa, so she ends up meeting her, and she ends up chatting, and they end up being really good friends. Naturally, as you know, Avalanche. This is before Tifa knows about Avalanche and about what Jessie's actually doing and stuff. Because this is like at this point Tifa's like 16, 17, and Jessie's in Avalanche. So Jessie has been working for Avalanche for quite a while, really. I didn't realize how long. Well, Jesse, Big Sandwich, they've all been in Avalanche for quite a while. And I guess you don't realize how long they've been, but they have been at it for quite a while. The more you know, I suppose. But like, yeah, but it's really cool. You don't see much of Biggs. It's mostly just like you see Wedge. You have like this great introduction with Wedge, and then it's mostly just like Jesse like chatting with Tifa a lot of the time. And like Tifa was it? Jesse even turns up at one point and she's injured, and like she didn't want to bother Tifa, but this is the first time where Tifa realizes she works for Avalanche, and the reason why Jessie was injured because Shinra was on her back, and Tifa didn't know what was going on and this and that. Poor old Jessie was like, I don't mean to bother you. I didn't want to bother you, but I didn't know who else to turn to. And then Tifa's like, it's fine. Like, we're friends now. Let me help you and stuff like that. There's even a great moment where Jessie tells Tifa that she used to be an actress. And like Tifa gives her a big compliment, being like, "That makes so much sense." You're like, and if you played Remake, you know how kind of very drama actressy that she is. She's like say Jessie's very fun, the way she acts and stuff. She's just like, what? She says something along the lines of, what? I'm so beautiful that it only makes sense that the only profession it could be is that I'm a female actress. And Tifa's like nodding her head, and she's like, gee, she's gonna make me blush, good. There's a little fun moments like that, right? And she does do her acting, right? There's a moment where was a Barrett turns, I'm just like, oh my god, a dashing hero comes to save the day. This is a great drum. It's like two beautiful young women about to be pinned down by fire and then saved by The hero of the hour. I'm like, oh, ever the actress, Jesse, ever the actress. Um, and yeah, you get the introduction to Barrett, and it's really sad. There's one thing I will say again, if you know about Barrett and Marlene's history and their past in the original game, you know it's quite sad, and you can understand why Barrett hates Shinra. Again, if you know, you know, you understand why he hates Shinra. But like when Tifa first meets them, and she realizes that the girl has seen better days. Poor girl, kind of. Well, she looks homeless, and really, they are. Both of them are homeless at this point. This is before they like seventh heaven and all this and that. Like Tiva just looked at her and felt so bad for this girl, right? Who just like had like a very sort of filthy, dirty outfit and didn't have anything to her name and stuff. And I felt really sad. I was like, oh man, but that's not surprising because I know what happens, right? I know what happened to both of them. I know their past, right? So it's quite sad, really. Um, and then like Barrett's trying his best to look after his daughter. Tifa has a go at him, right? And like she proper has a go at Barrett, and like poor old Marlene starts crying, doesn't she? She's like, don't yell at my dad, don't yell at him, and I'm like, this is pulling on my heartstrings, man. I'm like, oh, you're gonna make me teary eyed. Oh, don't upset the poor little girl. Um, but eventually it works out, as we know and whatnot, and yeah, it works out in the end. So I didn't know, bro. The one thing I will say to end this off, Tifa was like living in like a container. Like I'm guessing, like I'm talking like what we call like a lorry container, like something like that. Like that's what she had to live in. She had to. That was like the real slum in it, right? Where like they had these containers, and they were literally used as like tiny little rooms for people to live in the slums. Yeah, literally just had to live in a container. So it was pretty wild. It's pretty wild, really. But she kind of had no choice. And until she was able to move to Sector 7, because she was in Sector 8 for a while, and then she eventually got to Sector 7. But yeah. Anyway, really enjoyed the read. I've started on Aerith's right now. I've only just begun. And just to, I guess, kind of tell you where her story begins. Her story begins when they're on the boat. That's when they all dress up, which I'm looking forward to that as well. That has to happen in Rebirth. I need to see my boy Red 13 dressed in a sailor uniform or Shinra uniform or whatever. I have to see that. So yeah, that Aerith's conversation happens on the boat. Tifa wants to learn more about Aerith. And so Aerith talks about her past, and so far they have covered her time in Shinra XQ with her mum, and God, I feel bad about Aerith and her mum, with fucking Hojo and shit. And then I've basically gotten to the point where she's at Sector 5 and she's living with Elmira now and learning a bit about that. And I'm learning some stuff about Elmira that I didn't know. So yeah. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'll get through it eventually. I mean, it's a novel. So but I don't regret my purchase. Like I said, I enjoy these characters enough that I wanted to see more. Like I wanted to know more, and so far, personally, it hasn't disappointed. I haven't been disappointed really. If anything, the only thing that makes me want when it comes to Tifa and Cloud is I just want things to be explained between them, and I just want them to communicate better, because that's pretty much their relationship in Final Fantasy VII. That is exactly how I would sum up their relationship. Communication. Like if they just talked to each other, that's, yeah, What is up with that? Really? Really? Like, you shitting me, right? Like, what do you mean? Like, that's so dumb. We'll try. Okay, so tomorrow, the next day, on the this, it's the 17th, isn't it? No, we're on the 16th. Sorry, on the 17th, we'll try and enter the. If we can't enter the combat one, then I'm calling shenanigans. I'm calling like absolute shenanigans. If we can't do that, I'm just hoping if I do use a devil chip, I just hope he doesn't die. But yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna keep boring you with that. I did see, keeping it, I guess, Final Fantasy related for now, unless you guys got anything else you want to bring up. I did see a bit of new gameplay for Final Fantasy 16, and I think the last trailer I watched, I said I was interested, but I was still kind of skeptical, and I was like, I'm usually skeptical because my relationship with Final Fantasy games are all over the place. Again, I feel like I'm interested with what I see. I play the game for a while and then I just give up. Like at some point, I just drop the game and I never go back to it. And that's pretty much my relationship with Final Fantasy. Outside of, like I say, Final Fantasy 7 Remake and like Crisis Core and stuff. And I guess if you count the Dissidia games, because I have finished. Well, I've finished the first two Dissidia games. I haven't finished the PS4 version. For reasons I will not get into. Maybe one day I'll finish it. But yeah, I've seen some like more gameplay because they released some more gameplay, and I can't deny the game looks really good. Like the environments, like the different, like they showed a bunch of different environments. The environments are gorgeous. I'm more interested in playing it, but I still don't know if I'm gonna like get it day one. I probably won't. I'll put it this way: I'm interested enough now that I would definitely give the game a shot. So I wouldn't mind, giving it a go, picking it up at some point. I probably still won't buy it day one because I would be worried that I would play it and all this hype would just like I just wouldn't enjoy it. I'm because of my history of Final Fantasy, I'm afraid that I'm gonna be pulled in to this gorgeous, fun looking game only for me to just not enjoy it for whatever reason. I am kind of afraid a little, if I'm honest. I don't, and also video games are expensive, man. I'm not sorry, I'm not a content creator who gets free PS5s and free games. I have to pay for my shit like everybody else, and paying for shit is expensive, especially when you don't have proper income coming in. You have to save up for things. I have to pick and choose what I want to buy. I can't just sit there and be like, I'm just going to buy every AAA game as it comes out. I can't do that. I wouldn't do it anyway because I probably wouldn't be interested in every game. But even if I could, now even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Because there's always, like, finance is always a problem. And it probably will be till the day I die, sadly. I don't, like, if you can ever go in your life and say, I don't have to worry about money, you're laughing. If you ever are lucky enough to be in that position, you're laughing, But most people, sadly, are going to be working their butts off to the day they die, and they're probably not even getting paid like the amount of money they should be getting paid, and and whatnot. It sucks, but anyway, I am definitely interested. The game looks good. It looks fun, right? Like it legit actually does look fun. So I hope it's good. I hope it does well. Yeah. That's all I can really say. It was a pretty good showcase. Like I say, we even get to see a little bit of the menu, a little bit of like a town. I can't deny looking at the environments just makes me think, man, Rebirth is going to be insane, you know? I'm looking at FF16 and I'm already thinking that, like, bro, Rebirth's going to be like this. Like, sort of similar, right? Although, I'll always say this, graphics aren't everything, right? Because they aren't. Like, for me, I would say it's gameplay first, right? Because I'm mostly playing the game. The gameplay has to be fun. Like, I don't want to be walking around looking at things all the time, right? Like, sure, I like exploring my video games, and if the environments are nice to look at, great. But ultimately, if I'm playing the game to, like, beat something up, then I want to enjoy myself beating something up, you know? I don't want to play a walking simulator just to look at pretty visuals. Not personally, you know. I'm someone who wants action, right? I want to do things. So we'll see. Going off Final Fantasy, they did actually, which I honestly had no idea they were doing this anyway. Nintendo dropped a Tears of the Kingdom new trailer, and we finally got to see some like proper gameplay. And I'll be honest, listen, do I still think it's just Breath of the Wild 2? It absolutely is. Like, I'm sorry, you cannot, like, this trailer, oh, this gameplay still has not really convinced me otherwise, right? It is what it is, right? It is Breath of the Wild 2. And you know what confirms Breath of the Wild 2? What everyone's favorite gimmick was: the weapon breaking system. Yup. Everyone was like, please don't bring that back. And then they were like, bring that back? Okay, we'll bring that back. So, rip to that, I suppose. If you didn't like breaking weapons in Zelda Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom is not getting rid of it. Sad times. That's probably like the most disappointing thing to hear about that game, if I'm being absolutely honest. It was frustrating. It was frustrating. At least for me, it was. I mean, sure, did I kind of get used to it? Yeah, I did, but it doesn't mean I liked it, which I didn't, if I'm honest. I feel like it was very ambitious for them to do that, but I still feel like they should have dropped it completely. I think they should have gotten rid of it. But you know what? You know what they've tried to do to alleviate the problem? They've given Link a new ability called Fuse, where you could literally create new weapons. You can grab a tree stick and fuse it with a piece of rock, and then the tree just has a rock at the end of the tree, and you've created a new weapon. And then that weapon's even stronger. You can literally like combine like long pieces of sticks and create like a super long spear. Like, it's really cool. Like, the new stuff they show, which I was hoping they would, because I'm like, look, this is Breath of the Wild 2, but I want to see something different, right? Show me something different, right? And they definitely did. They showed us Link's new powers. He can rewind, like, objects' movements. It's kind of weird. So, like, if an object is falling down, right, he has the ability to literally just rewind. So in a way, it's like rewinding time, but you can only do that on certain objects. So if an object was falling down, Link can be like, I'm gonna use the dagger of time, I'm gonna stop it, and then I'm gonna rewind, and the object goes back up. But you know what the fun thing is that you can jump on the object while you're rewinding it, so you go up with the object. Because in Tears of the Kingdom, there are islands in the sky, and one of the ways you can get up to the sky is by, I guess, there's like random falling blocks sometimes, and you can just reverse the block, jump on the block, and then Link just goes like an elevator. I'm not really explaining it too well. You just have to look at it. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And like I said, Link can also fuse a bunch of things together. You can even fuse things to your arrows. Like, don't ask me how this works, but if you defeat a Keese, they drop these monster eyes, and if you fuse a monster eye with your arrow, for some reason, it acts like a homing attack. Why? I don't know, but it does. So you can literally just aim, and if there's like an enemy or something that you can attack nearby, the bow will just fly towards it. Why? No idea. It's cool. It's really cool. And if you have a frozen object, you can fuse the frozen object with the arrow, and what do you get? Ice arrows. And I was like, that's clever. That's very clever. So I like that. I like that a lot. And you can also make vehicles. Yeah, like, I mean, that's something I knew. You could make vehicles, but they explained how it worked. Like, he has his ability, and he can like combine stuff. Like, he can grab some logs, put them together, and create a makeshift raft. And then he can like grab like broken pieces of technology. Like, sometimes you'll find like a fan that's kind of working, and you can literally grab the fan and just slap it on like a raft or whatever, and then you've just created like a mini boat, a mini raft boat. It's ridiculous. And you can make these fans spin around and even make the raft fly into the air. It's like the game is like, I guess in a way it is Breath of the Wild 2. It's like an evolution of Breath of the Wild. There's like Breath of the Wild has so many crazy things you can do in that game that people to this day are still discovering. And I want to point out that that game's like 5 or 6 years old. Yeah, it's insane. And I feel like Tears of the Kingdom 2, Breath of the Wild 2 I called it, but Tears of the Kingdom, I feel like is probably going to be setting that bar again. I feel like this is going to be Breath of the Wild all over again, in the sense that people again are going to be playing this for years and still discovering shit. They've upped the bar again. So naturally I'm going to get it because it's Zelda, and you know, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of the Zelda franchise. But I like the new stuff. You could Link can literally just phase through certain ceilings. Like, yeah. Okay, I can do this. Good. Couldn't do the blazing cup for some bloody reason. That was dumb. Well, anyway. I hate weapons that break in games. Yeah. Yeah. I also never liked the fact that you couldn't just use the Master Sword all the time either. That would lose its power. And I'm like, ugh, I didn't like that either. Alright, well. But, I think I am more interested in Tears of the Kingdom now after that trailer. Because I do think it was a solid showcase of the new things, right? Because I think that's what everyone was waiting for. Like, where is the hook of this game? Other than it just being, oh, hey, here's more Breath of the Wild. But if you didn't really like Breath of the Wild, or you don't want more of it, why would you want to play this game? What else does this game have to offer, you know? And yeah, the new abilities are cool. And I guess because they don't have enough time, and they also want to save some secrets for players. Like, I get that. They said they're not going to reveal everything. They said there's a lot. Apparently there's a lot of new stuff, but they'll leave it up to us to figure out and stuff. But I love the description, because like the description was, really, you can pretty much do anything you put your mind to in this game. A lot of people thought of that with Breath of the Wild. But now this game has opened up even further. So like, hey, if you think you can fuse this with this, you probably can. If you think putting this together with this will work, it probably will work, right? It's all down to your imagination. So I guess if you don't have much of a creative imagination, you're screwed. I don't. I don't know, but yeah, I feel like there's gonna be definitely a lot of faffing about in that game. Which honestly, a lot of people do already in Breath of the Wild. You faff about in that game. You can literally just spend hours just climbing and gliding and running around. You just can, right? It's that type of game. It's a big, open world, explorative game. That's that's what it is. And it was the first, really. I'm pretty sure it's the first Zelda game of its kind to do that, right? Zelda has been, for the most part, fairly linear. It had a structure. It wasn't open world, not really. I guess open areaed, open zoned, right? But not open world. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I think this might be the last trailer. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but two games I'm actually interested in. One I'm definitely getting. One I don't know yet, but who knows? But yeah, exciting stuff. In terms of what I've been playing, I have played a little bit more of Sonic Frontiers. And in case you guys weren't here for my Saturday stream, I did stream Saturday, and we did have a look at the DLC for Sonic Frontiers. And just to go over it briefly, it's still on there if you want to go back and watch it. So I won't go into it too much. But essentially, they give you like a photo mode. You can pick up music tracks and play like a jukebox. So that's cool. There's a bunch of various different Sonic tracks in there that you can pick up. There's also a battle rush mode and a cyberspace like mode where you can you do all the cyberspace levels in one go. Battle rush is basically fighting like all the enemies up to the boss. So that's cool. And apparently, if you get, I think, S rank on all of the battle rushes, you unlock like an extreme mode for the main game, and I heard that you get one hit killed. And I'm debating on whether I want to maybe do a live stream showing that off. I haven't done all the battle rush modes yet because I just haven't had the time, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. So again, not like super duper like crazy, but it's still a neat, it's a free DLC. Free DLC. You don't have to pay for that, right? You just have the game, update it, you get it. It's free. And this is only the beginning. We're getting more throughout the year. We're getting more. So I mean, I'm not gonna complain. If DLC is free, I'm not gonna complain. It's only when you have to pay for it that I complain. It's only when I have to spend more money on this game when I already bought it that I complain. So sure, right? Free new added content. I'll take it. The only thing I wish they did, and this is a slight pet peeve, I wish that you could use the jukebox in the cyberspace levels, and maybe give us more music that fits with these cyberspace levels. Because yes, I'm boring. I want to play, right? I want to play City Escape on the City Escape level. I want to play Radical Highway on the Radical Highway level. I am boring. I want to play, right, Windmill Isle on the Windmill Isle level because I'm boring. But it makes it feel authentic. So again, that's my slight pet peeve, right? That I wish the jukebox, you could change it in the cyberspace levels. It's only for the islands. That's it. But it's still neat. It's still cool. And the DLC's only gonna get better, so yeah, looking forward to it. And they did announce, what was it, they did announce Sonic Origins Plus. That's not coming out until I think June or July, so we got a few months for that. Yeah, So that's neat. Um, Other than that, I have played a little bit of Cereza and the Lost Demon, a little bit. Um, I am feeling the difficulty. Again, you're controlling two characters, and the game. I even looked at the back of back of the case. The game doesn't state it as a co-op game, but I still say it's a co-op game personally. But anyway, I'm definitely feeling the difficulty. However, I'm about 50%, according to the game, I'm 50% in. So I feel like I could do it, right? I'll get through it. I'll be fine. I'm still enjoying it. I think I said this before, but I am pleasantly surprised. I wasn't sure how, like, I thought, I'd give it a shot and I hoped I would like it. I wasn't sure how much I was going to like it. But no, I like it. Like I said, sometimes it feels very Zelda-esque, and that I guess that's probably on purpose. I guess. Open treasure chests. There's a jingle. There's puzzles to be solved. Um, usually for stuff and for goodies and stuff. And then there's the fighting stuff. And the fighting is getting a bit more complicated as you get more abilities for your demon and such and whatnot. So the story, honestly, the story is fine, but the story is relatively, I don't know if I'd say it takes a back burner, but like you're initially the whole reason why Cereza is in the fairy world, is because this is day. Okay, I think this is the day where I have to do the tournament. She's in the fairy world because she got a tip that she could save her mother. And although that still is the goal, we end up being in a situation where we have to find this white wolf. The white wolf will help us or whatever. And we're always following this white wolf. And the white wolf, the white wolf, leads us to these cores because we are told we have to break these cores and then we can go and help her mom. So it always feels like there's something we need to do, and then like nothing's really said about her mom for like ages and ages and ages, and you kind of have to remind yourself, oh wait, I'm doing this so we can go free her mom, right? Right, because we end up getting kind of distracted and end up doing other things, but we have to do these things in order to get to where we need to go. If that sort of makes sense. Like story is very sort of like I've come to a point where the story's more focused on Cereza and her relationship with the demon and just her trying to get to where she's trying to go, right? And like we haven't spoken to her teacher in like a while or anything. Right, okay. Do I do regular chips here or do I do other chips here? I'll do one. We'll have to see what happens. I don't want to go. I don't want to go too crazy. Sadly, I think this will have to do for now, in case he dies. That's fine. I don't care about the team level going down. Okay. Right, let's give you a medium recovery. But yeah, ultimately, I'm still enjoying the game. A pleasant surprise. I know it's only going to get more trickier, but I'm still following it. I'm still following it. It's very interesting sometimes playing a prequel because, you know, Bayonetta, well, she's not Bayonetta yet, but Cereza is, you know, she feels like a very regular young girl. Like she's very, you know, she's not confident in herself. She's very timid and not knowing what to do, and she fumbles and all this and that. And she's put into this scary world where, you know, she's in it. She's stuck. She has to get out. But you're reminded that, oh, hey, this isn't the badass woman that would literally, you know, fight creatures that were like 10 times her size. You know? A girl who's afraid of heights, but like several years later, she's going to be jumping off buildings, running like upside down. Like the confidence, like she oozes confidence when she's Bayonetta. But in this game, she's just a young, inexperienced, timid girl who doesn't know what she's doing. She's trying, but she doesn't know what she's doing. It's a far cry, but it's interesting because again, she's like a regular girl here, and obviously at some point, she just becomes this absolute badass when she's older, right? It's like, I like when the game's like, is it all over for young Cereza? And you're just like, well, obviously not. I've played the other games. She's gotta be fine. So all tension's kind of lost in that sort of sense. Because you're like, well, you know she's gonna be fine. You don't know how she's gonna be fine, but you know she's going to be, right? Because it's a prequel. But hey, I guess that's part of the course, I suppose. I'm not happy with this, but I don't think I have a choice. We're gonna try this first off. And then if we fail badly, maybe I'll like throw some other chips in or something. Who's first grappler? That's a weird sentence, but okay. Oh my god, it's fighting Polygon Man over there. It's the Stone Frigimon or whatever. That's just nothing but data. They forgot to load in his assets and it's just data, bro. He got trapped in the Matrix. Oh. I was like, oh no. Teddy's in this game. We're screwed. But Metal, I think, is that Mummymon or Metal Mummymon beat him? That's still not good though. Because we ain't an ultimate, so. Oh. Yeah, my stats again, unfortunately my stats are too low. That's why I need to use chips. Okay. Okay. Get him. He blocked. No. He blocked again. Uh-oh. Damn. Are you serious? Like all the time I hit him and he don't get paralyzed and I get paralyzed with one hit. Can't believe that. Yeah. Beefy opponents? Yeah. I think I'm probably, unfortunately, this is, again, it's going to be a reset and hope I get lucky. Bro, I'm getting destroyed. Like, actually destroyed. Yeah, no, okay. Alright, you don't need to see that. That never happened. Don't worry about it. I guess it's time to eat in chips again. It's time to eat in chips again. But I can't abuse the devil chips. If I abuse the devil chips, I die. So I still need to be careful. Oh boy. Maybe the RNG, maybe the seed will be kinder. I don't know. Christ. Maybe I should do stat buffs, but I just feel like using stat moves are a waste of time. I don't know. That's just what I think, anyway. I might get Teddy next. I might not. Who knows? Okay, I'm gonna give you some more regular chips, I think, because even though it took me like forever to get these chips, At least I don't have to worry about his age going down, right? I mean, I'm gonna use him for something for one of these, so. Hmm. Yeah, well, ultimately, if there's at least one ultimate, that ultimate's getting through. You know, like it just is. There's no way that ultimate is not getting through. You know what I mean? Give you another defense. Give you a quick chip. Okay. Wait, what's my MP? Okay. Give you one of these. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Give you one of these. And give you one of these. A little bit better, maybe. A little bit better. Tell you what I'll do. Since I know he doesn't die immediately here, it doesn't matter if he dies afterwards. I just need him to do the tournament. That's all that matters. Oh, I need to buy some more MP stuff. Okay. So we're gonna save this so we don't have to do that all over again. This is fine. And then whatever happens, we'll just experiment. We'll just experiment afterwards. I honestly don't think there's any better moves I can do unless I want to like I said, unless I want to do my own war cry and like boost up my own stats that way. But I don't know. Again, I still feel like it's a waste of time. To me, that's an opportunity to attack the opponent. Even if they are buffing their stats, they're vulnerable to an attack, right? And, you know, the risk of using Prevent Beam is that it is slow. It hits hard, but it is slow. But I'd rather at least have some sort of projectile move, right? I need something that's going to do damage. We'll see what happens this time. So, I guess in a way, we are, unfortunately, kind of save scumming now. But, save, reset, whatever. There's Monzimon. He's winning. That poor Gobblemon stood no chance. We got, was that Mummymon versus Metal Mummymon? Who's the better Mummymon? Who is it? I think that might be Metal. I don't know, actually. Can't tell. I always forget which one's what. They're so similar after all. Oh, and Adamon. Oh, no. Bro, we've got Ultimate Central. If I somehow manage to beat the monkey, I've got to deal with either Teddy or one of the Mummymons, bro. Yikes. You think I'm winning this? This is going to be worse than the last one. I got to get through Soulmon first. And for some reason, Soulmon's got crazy stats. What? Oh, no, it's over, bro. And he's got, like, Megalo Spark or Thunder Justers. That'd be even worse if he's got Thunder Justers. It's GG, bro. Bro, it's GG. No way. And I did, like, no damage. Oh, I dodged. Oh, no. Don't get hit by the Thunder Justers. Oh, I interrupted him. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, I'm doing like no damage to him, man. I just want to point out. One Thunder Justice is probably going to do like 1100 damage to me. Ow! Damn it. Can we stun him or something? Come on. No! Oh! This is bad, man. We're doing like 0 damage, bro. Oh, it's... Nah. Nah. Oh my god. Oh, poor Tyrannomon, man. Jesus Christ. See, I would not have a problem with these tournaments if I could choose, if I had no issues choosing the Digimon, and I had enough time to train, I'd be perfectly fine with this. The only reason why I'm struggling is because I literally have hardly any time to prep. But if I don't try to at least attempt this now, I might have to wait like another 5 or 10 days. You know what I mean? In the hopes that the same one or another one or whatever relevant will turn up. So that's what makes this tough, right? This is what makes it tough in that sense, right? I don't really want to give you all of my chips, but I might not have a choice here. You know? I don't know if I really have a choice here, you know? Alright. We're down to one, are we? We're down to one, okay. Alright, let's have a look. Okay. We're going to try this. Well, where is it? We're going to try it and see what happens. That's fine, I don't care. He's not dead. I'm gonna save it. Okay, I'm sticking to this. I feel like I don't know. I feel like if I do any more, he's definitely just gonna die on me straight away, and that's not what I want. He could still die on the way there. I hope not. Can you imagine? That'd be tragic. Sadly, I can't really stream too much longer. So if we don't do this, I guess I'll just continue. I don't really want to off screen all this stuff, right? I kind of want to do it on stream because it's authentic, right? I could tell you I've done it like I did before, but like for all you know, I could have cheated, and that's why I want it to. That's why I would rather do it on stream if I can to be authentic. I don't really want to reset like 50 times or whatever in the hopes that I just get the perfect RNG because I don't really have a choice. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose, bro. War Monzimon versus Monzimon, and Monzimon won. Okay, that's still. I mean, so there's one. Okay, there's one ultimate to deal with. Bro, if I lose to Gaburamon in the first round, that's gonna be shameful. Can I just explain to me who's gonna win against these two? Oh no, I'm probably gonna have to deal with Thunder Justice again, bro. It's unfair. This is supposed to be the fighting tournament, not the electric tournament. What's that all about? Also, hold on. Soulmon can use fighting techniques? Can he? I guess he can. Is he really like electric? Is he really electric fighting? He must be, I guess. Well, they must be. Really? How's a ghost gonna smack you in the face? You're a ghost. How did that work out? Yeah, well, okay. Premence Beam doesn't have the most accurate, doesn't have the most accurate. You have to kind of stay still, right? And I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed. Yeah, well, I'm trying to. I was trying to think it's typing, and I didn't think it was fighting. I thought it was like. Maybe water or something. I don't know. It is water. I swear he does like Giga Freeze or something. Wait. Wait, hold on. So this. Okay, the only thing I can think of is that maybe someone has 3 types, which is rare, but possible. No, I don't know, bro. I need to look this up now, okay? After this stream's done, I'm looking up Bakumon whatever. I want to see what typing he is, because this is supposed to be competitive. This is supposed to be like the fighting cup, right? And here's how Ear throwing lightning attacks at me. What the fuck's this all about? I mean, yeah, okay, I've got fire. I get it. Shut up. The hell was that? Don't block this. Damn it, he blocked it. Shut up. At least we're doing a bit more damage. Don't block this. Good. Right in his back. I don't know what you were doing, but I stopped you. Ah, okay, that's fine. Oh, does he have a worse... I think he has a worse, somewhat worse moveset this time. That's good. Get him! In the back. Jab. Yeah, okay, there we go, there we go. Bro, I never get all these... I never get the... Oh my god. Right in the back again. And you're... Oh my god, that was... Bro, that was a, like, complete 180. He didn't have Thunder Justice this time to cheese his way to victory and stuff. And he did, and he you know, he didn't do as much damage this time. I kept interrupting him. If I don't win here, I'm going to be real sad. But it is Teddy. And Teddy means business, bro. I'm just saying. Oh my god. I'm going to get destroyed, aren't I? This teddy bear is gonna not be so nice. Yeah, tough Teddy. I'm ready to get destroyed. What we got here? Oh no, I got interrupted at the last minute. No. Monzaemon, don't betray me, bud. It's supposed to be on my side, please. I can't believe he blocked that. Oh no. No. Oh, this is going terrible. I knew it. Oh, no. Jesus. Oh, I finally got a hit in. Oh, finally. Okay, come on, attack. Attack. This is your chance. Do something. I'm gonna lose, bro. Yeah, I'm losing. Oh, it's GG's. It's GG's. I'll try one more time on stream, and then I guess I'll leave it. It's GG's, bro. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I might not be able to win here. But, as I said to you before, we've gotten to a point where if we want to speed things up, we don't really have a choice. So it's... we win or we die. Which one will come first? I guess we'll find out. This will be the last time I try it on stream, though. We will carry on and we'll try again next Friday. If we do too many, if we fail too many times, I guess I'll just give him more chips until he dies. We'll just keep doing it until he dies. Yeah. GG's indeed, Garbo Gibbon. Also, welcome to the stream. Yeah, that was that was a curve stomp if I say so myself. That was rough. That Teddy means business, bro. He ain't no cuddly Teddy, bro. Nah. he about to rough you up. He's like an actual wild bear. And you should never wrestle with a bear, man. I'm just saying, that's a recipe for disaster. Anyway, this will be our last attempt on stream, and then we'll try again Friday. Yeah, Friday. I don't think I really want to change anything. I just, I feel like there's nothing in my repertoire here that is going to make a difference. Not really. Who knows? Maybe I can play a bit strategic with techniques or something. Like, try to interrupt with Spitfire or something. No, bro, imagine if this was an actual grappler match. Like, all the Digimon would just wrestle. This just turns into WWE. Oh, I'm up first. Oh, this could end very, this could end very quickly. Oh no, it's Datamon. What happened to all his graphics? They're gone. Someone erased his graphics. Well, they forgot to load them in. It didn't load his assets in. Shut up. Stop that. Take this. Yeah, just sit there and take it. It makes my job easier. Oh, no. No! Get him! No! Getting close. Damn it. Spitfire. Oh my god. I made fun of him and he's getting his own back. Oh no. The setup. He's getting his own back. Damn it. Oh no. He is actually getting his own back. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh no. It's over, bro. It's over. He blocked. Ah, nice. It's over though. Yeah. Well, GG's. We'll try again next week. Man, it sucks because it's just about not having enough prep time, right? You have enough prep time, you're fine. It's like with Batman, right? If Batman has enough prep time, then he'll win. He'll basically win no matter what, you know. But unfortunately, I've got to stuff my Digimon with steroids and hope that bro. That's why I lost. That's why I lost. I cheated my way in. The steroids, bro. The drugs. The enhancing drugs. Well, that's okay. We'll try again next week. We'll figure something out. Like I said, it's do or die at this point. So either Tyrannomon succeeds or Tyrannomon fails us. That's where we're at now. We're trying to speed things up a bit. We want to get through these medals, you know. We want to speed things up. We've been at this for a while, so we want to speed things up. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate you all. We will be back this Friday, same time as usual. That's 8 p.m. like British Standard. Is it? Are we in BST now or GMT? I always forget because the clocks went forward, didn't they? Or whatever. We lost an hour. Anyway, 8 p.m. English time. Are you gonna check Solmon's moves? Yeah, I'm not doing it now. I'm not doing it while I'm live. Sorry to say. If you were hoping I was gonna do it live, we're doing it live. No, I'll do it afterwards. Maybe I'll tell you guys next week, but we'll be back Friday anyway. We'll try this again. We'll figure it out one way or another. We'll figure it out. Anyway, I'm going to bed, and then while I'm in bed, I'm probably going to check the moveset and see if this guy cheated his way into the tournament. Yeah. Anyway, take care, everyone. I'll see you all Friday.